Hi everyone, I'm Annabelle. You're welcome for Deep Truths. Imagine this, it's 2 a.m. Your child is screaming in pain. Their little body coiled up, struggling to breathe. Now imagine these episodes of pain occurring not just once, not twice, but for the rest of their lives. You rush them to the hospital, but the doctors say the same thing they always do. You will try to manage the pain, but there is no cure. You stood there helpless, knowing there is nothing you can do to take away their suffering. You watch helplessly as they suffer, knowing that this is their life, and knowing that you could have prevented it. Their tiny body writing, gasping for breath, veins swollen from the countless blood transfusions they've had before. And in that moment, as the pain tears through them, you ask yourself, why? Why did we let this happen? For many parents of children with sickle cell disease, this is their reality. A nightmare that never ends. But what if I told you that this nightmare is completely preventable? This is the painful reality of sickle cell disease. A reality that many couples unknowingly bring upon themselves and their children, all because they ignored one single step before marriage: checking their genotype. Today, we are going to talk about the painful truth that so many couples ignore. Your genotype matters before marriage. If you don't check it, you could be setting your children and your marriage on a path of unimaginable suffering. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you could save a life. Sickle cell disease, or SCD, is not just another illness. It's a genetic blood disorder that affects millions worldwide. It occurs when a child inherits two sickle cell genes, SS, one from each parent. Unlike normal round red blood cells that move freely through blood vessels, sickle cells are shaped like a crescent moon or a sickle. They get stuck in blood vessels, blocking oxygen flow and causing extreme pain, organ damage, and sometimes death. Sickle cell disease is not contagious. It doesn't come from a curse, and it's not caused by evil forces. It's simply a genetic reality that happens when two parents with AS genotype have children together. Every sickle cell patient lives with a constant fear of crisis, a sudden attack of pain, so severe that it feels like bones are breaking from the inside. And for parents, this is a nightmare that never ends. Yet, many couples ignore this until it is too late. Now, here's the part that most people don't understand. Sickle cell disease doesn't just happen. It is inherited. If just one parent has the sickle cell trait, AS, the child will not have sickle cell disease. They might carry the trait, but they will be healthy. Here's the scary part. If both parents carries the sickle cell trait, the AS genotype, every pregnancy has a 25% chance of producing a child with full-blown sickle cell disease, SS genotype. And this is not a one-time risk. Every pregnancy has the same 1 in 4 chance. This means that for every 4 children an AS couple has, statistically, 1 would have sickle cell disease. And that's when the suffering begins. What happens when 2 AS individuals ignore their genotype and get married? 1, the child becomes a constant reminder of the parents' mistake. Every time their child screams in pain, every time they collapse from exhaustion, every time they need a blood transfusion, the parents are forced to relive the moment they ignored genotype testing. The parents are reminded of the one decision they failed to make before marriage. Guilt sets in, blame starts. The marriage suffers. It begins to crack under the weight of regret and pressure. 2, a life of pain and emergency hospital runs. Sickle cell crisis doesn't send a warning. It's unpredictable. They strike at any time, during school, at a birthday party, at work, even in the middle of the night. The child experiences severe pain, difficulty in breathing, and organ damage. Parents must live on constant alert 24/7, always ready to drop everything and rush their child to the hospital. Parents live in fear, unable to plan a normal life. Many sickle cell patients require frequent blood transfusion just to stay alive. The worst part, there is no cure. All the doctors can do is try to manage the pain. Number 3, financial ruin. A lifetime of medical bills. Now, the stress of raising a sick child can break even the strongest marriages. The stress often leads to constant fights and arguments. Parents begin to blame each other, saying, "Why didn't we check our genotype? Why did we ignore the warnings? Maybe this is God punishing us." Sadly, one parent, often the father, may abandon the family. He will walk away, unable to handle the burden, unable to cope with the emotional and financial strain. The mother is then left to struggle alone. The family that was once full of love is now shattered. Number 5, the worst pain, watching your child die young. Even with the best care, some sickle cell children don't make it past childhood. Others suffer stroke, organ failure, blindness, or severe infections. The pain of losing a child to a disease that could have been prevented is a wound that never heals. Parents are left with unbearable grief. The good news, all of this is 100% preventable. I know you are asking how. First, know your genotype before marriage. Before you say "I do," make sure you know your genotype. It's a simple blood test, but it could save your child's future. It's a small step that can prevent a lifetime of pain. AA plus AA equals low risk. All children will be AA. AS plus AA equals safe. Some kids may be AS but no disease. AS plus AS equals high risk. Every pregnancy of this union has a 25% chance of SS. SS plus any genotype can raise an even higher risk, and it's advisable that it should be avoided. If you and your partner are AS, don't ignore this. Love is beautiful, but it should never come at the cost of your child's future. If you are both AS, you have options. Now, if 2 AS individuals still want to get married, They have alternatives: pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, PGD, with IVF. This ensures only AA embryos are implanted. It is expensive, but it guarantees a healthy child. Doctors can select and implant only AA embryos, ensuring your child won't have sickle cell disease. You can also opt for adoption, giving love and a home to a child in need. Or you can choose a different partner. It's painful, but wisdom is love in action. Proverbs 4 verse 7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thief, therefore get wisdom." Love alone is not enough. Wisdom must guide our choices. Many people didn't get this information in time, but we can make sure the next generation does. Churches, mosques, and communities should make genotype testing a must before marriage counseling. Schools should teach children early about sickle cell disease. Parents should have open conversations with their children. Hosea 4 verse 6 says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." But now that you know, don't let ignorance destroy another family. If this video helps you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose future you might be saving. And if you're watching this and you already have a child with sickle cell, know that you are not alone. Seek medical support. Find a community and take care of your mental health. Let's stop sickle cell from destroying more families. Be wise, be informed, love responsibly, and make the right choice.